gonna get that. Hey, why didn't you answer that?
Won't give another crank the time of day, no chance.
Oh, I've hung up on a few of them. Honestly, I do not know what possesses people. No, get a life. I mean, really, honestly.
Roy wants us to answer the calls in case Lauren's mum gets in touch. Why would she do that?
Because he has left her a phone message.
Yeah, and why he thought it was a good idea to rattle her cage, I'll never know. According to the wider world, he murdered a daughter.
Yes, and that's why he wants us to respond so he can prove himself right and help her if he can.
Well, I think it's a mistake to get in touch with Lauren's family.
I bought some of Eliza's favourite snack ready for tomorrow.
And I have booked a table at the bistro for the meal.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's important she feels at home when she gets back. We need to spoil her rotten.
I'll make her bed up later.
Yeah, good.
Are you listening?
What? Oh, sorry. It's just these people on here talking about Roy. It's like a feeding frenzy, like piranhas.
Then why dangle your arm in the water?
The sooner the police clear his name, the better.
Yeah, but I know what it feels like to be wrongly accused, thinking that any day now the police are going to realise they've made a mistake until they don't. Yeah, I can't let Roy suffer the way I did. I've got to do something.
Wakey, wakey!
Flipping hell, Nick. I nearly jumped out my skin then.
Oh, come on, life's full of surprises. Can't reality coding help you deal with the unexpected?
Well, if you knew what you were talking about, you'd know it's all about eliminating the unexpected.
Eliminating the unexpected? What, like mind reading or time travel?
No, I've already told you. It's about tuning your mind to all the eventual possibilities and then using it to bend reality to the objects that you desire.
What, bend reality like the Matrix?
No, I'm just trying to work through all the possible eventualities and then find the main one and then channel my thoughts to achieving that. All right, look, like a computer might work its way through a problem. Is it really so hard to understand?
Come on, you can't code reality. You've had enough upset to know life just happens, whether you like it or not.
Well, you know what? Maybe if I had been tuned in, things wouldn't have just happened. Or if it had, I would have been more equipped to deal with it. I wish you could just see it for what it is.
Yeah, I think that's half the problem. Right, I'm off to work.
They knighted the bloke that invented the internet. I'll curse him myself.
Well, people said the same about the printing press. It's not the technology, it's those who wield it.
Yeah, well, either way, that doesn't help you, does it?
Yeah, I was rather relying on the police to do that by getting to the bottom of things, but they seem so preoccupied in proving my guilt. They've lost sight of the only person who really matters in this, which is poor Lauren.
That's true, but at the same time, you've got to focus on your own well-being as well right now.
I will endure. But Lauren was vulnerable at the best of times. The police should be entirely focused on finding out what has happened to her.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't bet on that changing any time soon. No, we need to make them look elsewhere.
What do you mean, we?
Well, there's no one else here. I mean, if the police can't be bothered to find out what happened to that poor girl, then we'll have to do it.
I don't want you getting yourself into any trouble.
Don't worry, Roy, I'll be fine.
Right, what did you have in mind?
Self-doubt can ambush you when you least expect it. It's like a virus lurking.
Can I get that Sauvignon for table 7? Lee, hello, the wine?
What did you say?
Oh, do you know what? Forget it, I'll do it myself. Like I have done everything else today. Debbie.
Blimey, Nick. Them grapes took some treading.
Yeah, sorry, the bar staff's not really at the top of their game today.
Yeah, so I see. Hey, is that one of them institute things?
Oh, yeah, presumably. Do you know, I wouldn't mind if she was doing something more useful, like, well, anything.
You're not a fan, then?
To be fair, I don't know that much about it.
One of the guys who runs it, the head honcho, has been staying at the hotel. What's he called now? Rowan.
Oh, yeah, she has mentioned him, yeah. Once or 20 times.
He's jetting off to America today. Yeah, so he's checking out this afternoon. To be honest, I'm a bit relieved.
Well, I wouldn't have thought you could be that choosy about paying punters these days.
Oh, I can't ordinarily. I mean, he seems a nice enough chap, but oh my giddy aunt, he never stops talking.
Well, whatever he's saying, she's lapping it up. Does he talk much about his work?
Chats and hotels. Babbling on and on. Something about the brain being like a computer. You can download or dump code what's useful or harmful.
Yeah, Leanne and Simon have been spouting all that stuff.
What did he call it? Oh, yes, reality coding. Do you know what I call it? A right load of old porn.
Enjoy.
Chin chin.
So you got my bank details through then?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I was going to make the first transfer tonight because I just didn't
No, I wasn't tracking the whip. I just wanted to make sure that you got my message.
Hey, hello, Daisy.
Hiya, Rita.
Of course, the main thing now is that I've got the readies, you know, to take Gary up on his offer.
Gary?
Oh, did I not tell you? Yeah, Gary, he's got to sell the factory building and he offered it to me. Of course, I wasn't in a position to take it on, but now I am.
Oh, well, that's great news.
Yes, it is good news, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, the deal would probably already be done and dusted, you know, if certain people hadn't got sticky fingers.
Yeah, well, let's just hope that she's learned her lesson, eh? Because, you know, I would never have gone along with it, but she just knew exactly which buttons to press.
Yeah, Jenny. Yeah, and she is a real manipulative little cow, and I know she was in the driving seat. Of course, you only have to look at the way she treats Ryan to realise what a piece of work she is. But you, Jenny, you're a big girl.
Yeah. Do you want a drink?
No. I'm going to work.
Okay.
You will take care of the other thing I mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll sort it, yeah.
What was all that about?
Trust me, you really don't want to know, Rita.
Trust me, I do. You and me need to have a little chat, lady.
Just grab some stuff from the old room.
Oh, I've packed a bag for you. It's on the sofa.
Cheers.
Thanks for that. Thanks for everything. For all that's happened, I really appreciate you putting a roof over his head.
Well, he's a good lad. He just got led astray. Lord knows it's happened to me enough times when I was in his age.
Maybe. But you didn't end up in court.
As far as you know.
This isn't my fault.
Let's not do this.
Let's. This is my last chance. Please don't take him back down south. He's happy here.
I should hope he isn't after what's gone on.
All right, then he was happy. And he can be again. Now that Mason's out the picture for the foreseeable, he can fix things with Liam.
He needs to fix himself first. Away from here, under proper supervision.
I don't think you can blame this business on Sean, love.
All right, I made mistakes. I made mistakes. But I've learnt from them. And things are going to be different moving forward.
And then again, they might not. I can't take that risk.
Parenthood is a risk, full stop. Please, Violet, give me one more chance.
I'm sorry, there was a knife involved. I can't leave him here. I just can't.
This wasn't my dad's fault.
I wasn't saying it was. Look, we need to make a move if we're going to get some lunch before the train.
Bye. You take care.
Anyway, it isn't goodbye. It's only an au revoir.
I'm so sorry, Dad.
Don't.
Look, we need to go.
Don't want them thinking we're all a bunch of scruffs up north. Yeah. I'll see you again soon.
Yeah.
So, no one at the hostel has mentioned anything at all? Right, but nothing about what's been in the papers? Right. No, I'm just, helping out a mate. Yeah. All right, well, Tuesday. But well, listen, when I get a chance, I'll do a stint in the kitchen. Yeah? Okay. Cheers, man. Bye.
You all right, mate? Could you help us out?
That depends.
I don't do anything dodgy.
Hey, I'm not asking you to. I just want to ask a few questions, that's all.
Yeah?
Do you know that girl has gone missing from these flats?
Well, the cafe owner did it.
No, he had nothing to do with it. But I'm trying to find out who did. Has anyone round here been saying anything?
There's been talk, yeah.
Talk?
She was seen.
Where? I mean, by who?
That depends, doesn't it?
Found him in the precinct, you know.
Stu, what happened?
Oh, naivety with a capital N. You know, I've been living the easy life too long. I've lost my street savvy.
I don't understand.
Well, I was visiting some of my old haunts, asking about Laura and see if I could, you know, find any leads.
I had no idea that was what you were planning. I mean, talk about reckless. What if Eliza had come home and found you in intensive care, or worse?
It looks worse than it is. I was just trying to get Roy off the hook, or that was the plan. Instead, all I succeeded in doing was getting a brick smashed around my head.
A brick? Shouldn't you be at the medical centre?
No, I saw him coming. It was just a glancing blow. Look, my pride's more dented than anything else.
The bloke had his wallet away.
Yeah, but luckily there was only cash in it. I wasn't daft enough to take my cards.
Oh, well, that's something at least. Right, I've got to go. No more wearing your pants outside of your trousers, OK? I'm not proud of what's happened. And I know you must be ashamed of me. Again.
I'm not so much ashamed as confused. And that's naught to do with my age.
No fear of that. You're sharper than the darts out there in the board.
I understand it was Daisy that stole the money.
I'm afraid so.
And even though she didn't have to, she gave you the money to buy this place, which you accepted, knowing full well where it came from, yeah?
But not after a lot of...
A simple yes or no will do.
You'll be yanking me fingernails
Yes or no?
Yes. As well you know, otherwise we wouldn't be sat here.
Yeah, well, I thought I did. But I've just heard Lady Muck sticking a stiletto into Daisy, and you were there, nodding along. I was baffled. I still am. I'm baffled about how Daisy loses her job, but you're keeping yours.
But it's a very complicated...
No, it isn't. Anyway, that's where it is. And I am genuinely glad you're back running this place.
So what's your point?
Point? Don't you kid yourself you're any less guilty than Daisy. By your own account, it's clear you weren't. You remember that. Now, you defend Daisy or take the same punishment. Because anything else is hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, Jenny. Deep down, I think you know that.
Hi. What? You should see the other fella. No, I fell over half-buried brick. Went stern over bow.
As long as you're all right.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. I mean, I was a bit shook up at first, but I've had worse. But unfortunately, I couldn't find out any more about Lauren.
I appreciate you trying.
Yeah. Well, I'm not bit yet, right? I'm going to keep my ear to the ground.
Not for the first time today, eh? I'll get you a brew. On me.
Oh, look, Clive, how long have we known each other? Oh, all right. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. All right. Well, look, if you change your mind, then you know where I am.
Oh, that's not a happy face.
I've known Clive and Jimmy for 20 years on and off, working on the sites, and they won't even give me a job as a labourer.
Why not? Everyone knows you're a grafter.
Ha! Everyone knows plenty. My name's Mud. Looks like I'm going to have to find another line of work.
Well, that's not easy, is it? Not at our age.
Tell me about it.
Well, there is something going at the hotel.
Yeah?
Well, you can do it standing on your head, and it might be a bit beneath someone of your experience.
Yeah, never mind that. What is it?
Our handyman has quit. He's got himself a full-time job at the multiplex in town. And this will only be for a few hours a week, but...
But nothing. When do I start?
Thanks for another great stay. I'll be back. You know that.
Excuse me. Hi, are you Rowan?
Rowan Cunliffe, that's right. Sorry, do I know you?
Oh, no, a mate of mine owns this place, and she was telling me about some of your conversations. Sounded fascinating.
And I thought it was pearls to swine. I'm glad my efforts weren't in vain.
Oh, no, you've made a big impression, yeah. Well, she mentioned that you were leaving today, and I just wanted to catch you and get the lowdown on the Institute, maybe ask a couple of questions, if I could.
My taxi's due any time, but please, sit down. I'm always happy to spread the word.
Okay. Well, she mentioned something called reality coding.
The foundation of our entire philosophy. The human brain is essentially a computer, one of the most subtle and sophisticated ever built, but at bottom, no more than a processor of information.
A processor of information with a number of unique characteristics determined by both nature and nurture.
Characteristics are all well and good, but nurture isn't always nurturing. It can be another word for negativity, the worst form of malware.
Malware? What, you think a person's experiences are like viruses?
Some of them, our program allows you to analyze the world around you on an empirical basis and make rational, goal-oriented decisions to achieve desirable outcomes, exactly as a computer might.
Okay, there was a lot of dressing on that word salad, but it didn't make it any more edible.
I beg your pardon?
I'm actually a trained counsellor, and I've never heard so much simplistic baloney in all my life.
Counselor. That explains it.
Look, what you're doing is harmful. It has no basis in science. It bears no relation to real life.
It's good to see you back behind the counter, Roy.
Well, I'd rather not be, but Shona needed a break. But people have been very kind, on the whole.
Yeah, most of them are. It's just the nasty ones that hog all the attention.
Nina's magnanimity has been commendable, especially with the barbs aimed at you on social media. I'm only sorry that my situation exposes you to such abuse.
Hey, it's water off a duck's back, Roy. Haters gonna hate and they only damage themselves. Think about all the support you've had. From Evelyn, Carla, Brian, Yasmin and now Stu.
You come unstuck today, though. He's too old for playing cops and robbers.
Cops and robbers?
Nothing. Nothing, forget it.
He came unstuck. How did he come unstuck?
He got mugged.
He told me he'd had a stumble.
Maybe he got the wrong end of the stick.
Kirk, I've always felt that your lack of guile was one of your most appealing features. But it does make you a thoroughly unconvincing liar. Please.
OK. I found him in the precinct, you know. He'd been asking round about Lauren, talking to people he knew when he was on the street. One of them did him over for his wallet.
Oh, if you're looking for Leanne, she just popped out.
Oh, well, maybe that's just as well. I just went and spoke to that Rowan character from the Institute.
I'm guessing you won't be signing up anytime soon.
It's complete rubbish, every word of it. How much has she been paying for it?
Oh, I don't know. Guessing the price of an app.
Well, no, by the look of his luggage, I don't think so.
Really? I'll just check my bank. Oh. There's £400 gone out to them.
For nothing. Less than nothing. Now, you need to nip that in the bud, Nick, sharpish.
The way you're going on, anyone would think you jumped Stu.
I should have stopped it when the idea was first mooted.
Stop what?
Stu was mugged.
No. What? Is he all right?
Oh, yeah, he's fine. He's got a black eye and a bit of a bruised ego, but he'll live.
No thanks to me. I can cope with the insults thrown my way. I've had a lifetime's experience, but I cannot. I will not tolerate the damage it does to other people.
Well, we're not taking a step back if that's what you're asking.
Well, it's exactly what I'm asking. So if If I must bear this cross, it will be a good deal less painful if I bear it alone.
Right, look, I'm not known, am I, for my timing, but something that Hope brought to my attention, and I'd sooner I told you than anyone else.
Tell me what?
Right, there's an interview, and it's been dropped onto one of these troublemakers' social media account. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's with it's with some man who claims to be the son of your late wife. I mean, I know it's ridiculous, but
Christian. Is his name Christian?
yes. Oh, do you know him then?
He made contacts some years ago. Yes, he is who he claims to be.
Right.
What's he said?
Well, you know, as I say, it's just his account. You don't have to take any notice.
Please.
All right, but I'm afraid that it has got some unkind things to say about you. And about Haley.
This is beyond the pale. Frontal assault on the memory of my wife. Travesty of our marriage.
Don't read it, Roy. Don't give him the satisfaction.
No, she's right. I mean, nobody who writes a comment on there is interested in the truth. It's just lowlifes, chances, wanting 15 minutes of the fame.
They won't even get that. Trash like that sinks without trace.
She's right. You know, it's you today, it's someone else tomorrow.
I don't think so.
No, I'm sure of it. You know, it's not even proper journalism. You can tell from the first paragraph it's illiterate rubbish.
Then you didn't read the final paragraph or the comments beneath.
No, I didn't, because I do not want to soil my mind with the thoughts of half-wits.
Christian has insinuated that I might have killed Haley. Or as he's put it, he doesn't think that Lauren is my first victim.
Come on, we need to get a shift on. We'll miss the train the way we're going.
Good.
Sorry. We've talked about this.
No, you have. I've had a lot of people around here. My dad, my friends, and I'm just walking away from it all.
You need a fresh start.
What about what they need? Mum, I've got to make this right. I can't do that in London, can I?
Very serious expression, Carla.
Well, I've had some very serious decisions to make, Nicholas. You know, buying the factory building back is all well and good, but it's still going to make me eyes wash, right?
Okay. Well, let me know if you need another one of those. Good break.
Yeah, I was just doing my exercises.
Oh, right, for the Institute.
Oh, Nick, don't say it like that. It's good for me.
Yeah, I know it's good for you. It's great, but just don't bother with the videos and the seminars.
Oh, is Toya been in your ear roll?
Well, she's a trained mental health professional. She was worried, so she had a word with Rowan.
When?
Today, and in her view, he's not very convincing.
Well, I don't really care about her view, to be honest. Actually, I don't care about yours either.
Well, I think it's our money, so I'm entitled to an opinion about this nonsense.
Oh, really? I'll tell you what, if you're so bothered about money then, just duck it out my wages.
I made you a chamomile.
Thank you. Haley introduced me to this. It's her drink of choice when she was feeling stress and anxiety.
Yeah, well, it's good stuff.
And I think it's got its work cut out today, bringing any relief. To see our marriage presented like that, as something perverse or offensive to nature. I thought we'd made so much more progress. Haley would have wept. I mean, I myself...
Hey, if that's what you feel like you need to do, then do that.
No. Tears don't come easily. I'll not waste them on bigots. What Haley and I had was sacred and inviolable, far beyond their reach or understanding.
Exactly. We're the lucky ones. Imagine being them, seeing the world through their eyes. And as for that Christian...
He had a hatred in his heart that not even the finest person that I've ever known could dislodge. And as for his claims about her death, there is a kernel of truth. But as for his central allegation, that is not true. I did not actively help Haley end her life, and I want you to know that.
Hey, even if you had, I wouldn't have judged, because I know how much you loved her.
I did love Haley. I still love Haley. A great deal.
Oi, I want a word.
You can have two.
And I thought that you might have the class to apologise.
Can we not do this?
No, let's. You made me feel like a complete fool the other night.
Well, I can't take full credit for that.
Can we keep it down, please, ladies?
I'm not the one kicking off. She is.
Well,
I got onto her about the money that you stole for this place, and she lied to my face and humiliated me in front of Daniel.
really? Well, firstly, I'm going to suggest that you knock journalism on the head if she can talk you out the truth that easily. And secondly, if you want to stand there shouting the odds, the fish market's that way. I don't want it in my pub.
Carla's pub, you mean?
On your way out, you'll see that it's still my name above the door. Don't let it smack you on the backside.
I don't understand. Why would you...
Because you were right. We're as bad as each other. You and me, and the way I've been behaving recently, well, if this place was made of glass, the draft would be unbearable. Yes.
Okay. How's Roy doing?
He's not good, you know. He's upstairs now and Nina's with him.
It's one thing being attacked oneself, but quite another to see a loved one in the firing line.
You know, I don't know how these people live with themselves. I really don't.
Well, they live behind the little screens, don't they? That's their reality, the saddos.
Do tell him we dropped by, and if there's anything he needs, anything at all, we're just a phone call away.
See you later.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Afternoon.
You all right?
Is the owner about?
Why'd you ask?
I need to speak with him about Lauren. It's what he wants, and, well, I'd sooner not take him back to London against his will.
Probably makes sense for him to stay here and finish his GCSEs.
If that's all right, of course.
Of course it is. Come here.
I'm good, thanks.
Thank you. You don't know what this means to me.
I think we can see.
There are conditions. You need to behave yourself.
I will. I've learnt my lesson, I promise.
If he's in bother again, I need to be the first person to know.
I'll be straight on the phone to you. Not that I'll need to, because I'm going to make sure that he keeps his nose clean.
I hope so. Don't you make me regret this. Either of you.
You won't.
And call me more often, please. You don't know how much I've missed you. Wanting you home again wasn't just about the bother you were in.
I know.
Right. Let's rip off the plaster. All right, I'll call you later. Take care.
Would you like a custard tart with that?
I'm fine, thanks.
Is this important? He's had a shock, so he needs to rest.
He can still make his own decisions and speak for himself. What is it you'd like to discuss, Shona?
Actually, it's the woman over there that would like to speak to you.
Oh, yeah? And who's she when she's at home?
I was suspicious and all, but it's all right. It's Kerry, Lauren's mum.
I admit I've seen some of the things that people have been saying about you, and I didn't know what to think when you phoned.
Yeah, well, none of it's true. It's just muckraking trolls and reporters.
I've had my fair share of them lately. The stuff that they've been saying about Lauren's upbringing, about me.
If at all possible, you just have to shut these things out, shut out the chatter. That's what I've tried to do. Not always successfully, I might add.
So why did you decide to reach out in the end?
Because I wanted to make up my own mind. You know, I know that they'd lied about me and distorted the truth. And I wanted to talk to someone about Lauren. Someone that knew her and could tell me how she was. How she was in the days before she, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've not had much luck. Lauren's dad and I got together young, and, I went from girlfriend to punch bag in record time. And then things with me and Lauren went wrong, and, I moved down south for a fresh start. And now this happens.
But as you say, we don't actually know what's happened.
No. The police tell me so little.
Even though she's your own daughter?
I'm nothing in their eyes. Less than nothing. Which is why anything that you can tell me about the time Lauren spent here, anything that she might have said, it would mean so much.
Well, I will endeavour to fill in what blanks I can.
Thank you. I knew you'd say that. I could tell from the video appeal and the fact that you phoned me. You're not the man that they say you are. You're a kind fella and you cared about my daughter, and I want to hear all about it.
In that case, I think we both require a fresh mug of tea.
Did you tell Rowan that you were my sister?
I just wanted to find out what they were all about. Not that I couldn't have guessed.
Well, exactly. I mean, your mind was already made up.
Look, I don't need to do a course in reality coding to know that it's complete and utter nonsense.
Look, I couldn't get past this feeling in here. The weight that I've been carrying since Oliver died, it was crushing me.
Lee, grief is a natural human process. Especially when you lose a child. Most people never heal.
Well, I certainly hadn't. Not until now, and that's all thanks to Rowan.
It's a quick fix. It won't last. He's used Oliver as his routine. He's exploited that vulnerability.
No, actually, Rowan has been a complete godsend.
Well, if God does exist, I'm pretty sure he doesn't charge a delivery fee.
Why is everybody so hung up on money? I mean, people spend hundreds, thousands of pounds on therapy all the time, and that's exactly what Rowan provides.
Okay, right, okay. Just put Rowan aside for a minute. Comparing a person to a computer is so simplistic. It's so lacking any acknowledgement of the complexity of the human psyche. It's laughable.
No, it isn't. It's not. Not if you let them explain. Look, they really, really know what they're talking about.
No, they know it's an easy idea to understand, which might convince the gullible to part with the cash.
Oh, right. Right, thanks very much.
I'm sure Toya wasn't saying...
What, that I'm thick? Yeah, she was, because she's always looked down her nose at me. Ever since we were growing up, and just because I didn't go to college.
That is so irrelevant.
No, it isn't. It isn't, actually. Because you know what? When we were growing up, all I ever heard was, "Oh, Toya's the clever one in the family. If petrol were brains, Alianne would run out at the end of the road."
That is not the truth. No more than the Institute is.
Well, do you know what? It's my truth, and it works for me.
Yeah, we're just concerned for you, that's all.
Well, you've no need to be concerned. Look, you've less reason to worry about me now than you've had for months, years. Look, they really know what they're doing. Asai.
Yeah, Simon said it was good, but expensive. And now he's learnt the techniques, he'd rather spend his money on something he uses.
But that's the whole point. You use the Institute's techniques every single day. It's not a quick fix, it's a journey.
Yeah, a journey to the nearest cash point, usually.
Ah, right, fine. Fine, you're all going on about money, so I'll tell you what, I'll just cancel the next module, shall I?
Yeah, that might be a good idea, and then you won't waste your... You'll be able to spend your money on something you need.
Right, fine, whatever.
I don't know what to make of this.
Well, it's what Roy wanted.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's in his best interest. He should be distancing himself from anything connected with Lauren. If the internet mob get wind that they've been talking.
Yeah, but you can't live your life worrying about that lot, can you? And anyway, these two have been through the mill recently. Might be good for them to talk.
Well, maybe.
I feel like I've been under siege.
I know that feeling well. I've often been tempted to resort to boiling oil, but thus far I've managed to reserve it for frying chips.
You've got more restraint than I have. I've had the press and weirdos camped out by my front door since the news broke, and I'm just sick of it. Oh, I was glad to get away and come up here.
So where are you staying now?
I haven't booked anywhere yet. I can't really afford to. I just woke up today and I just wanted to get on a train and be where Lauren was last and visit you and talk things over.
Well, you need somewhere to sleep this evening.
I hadn't really thought that far ahead. Just living from minute to minute, if that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense under the circumstances. I mean, you'd be quite welcome to stay here tonight. I mean, my niece lives here too. It's not just me.
Well, that's incredibly kind, but I wouldn't want to impose.
After your travails, you would not be imposing in the slightest. And Lauren would want you to be somewhere safe.
Thank you, Roy.
It's hard, facing up to the fact you've done wrong. And it's even harder if you can blame somebody else.
Carla was egging you on.
I didn't need much persuading. I was a total hypocrite.
Well, I have hated fighting, so I'm not going to hold a grudge.
I wish I could say the same for Carla.
Well, too right. But she's never let one go to waste. Still, short of shopping me, she's done her worst.
Not quite. She wants you to move out the pub, and I'm sorry, I have tried to talk around.
Oh. No, it's fine. Nothing you could do. Makes sense, really.
Just gone to get some toiletries and whatnot.
Right, you're quite sure that this is a good idea, are you?
I don't think Dee Dee'd recommend it.
I will not live my life according to the prejudices and misconceptions of the police. Kerry needs our support.
Yeah, but you could just put her in a nice B&B. You know, it's having a stay here that's asking for trouble, isn't it?
Because some malign inadequate with a keyboard might misinterpret it or impute some ludicrous, sinister motive.
It's just a matter of being cautious, Roy.
Why should I accommodate those who wish me nothing but ill?
No, we're not asking you to do that.
Yeah, but you are. You are. When I read Christian's diatribe, when I heard about Stu's mugging, any residual faith I had in human nature spent. But Kerry's quiet dignity, quite inspiring.
Yeah, well, that's very good. But still, you know, you don't want to lay yourself open to further unnecessary attacks.
No, I do. I actually do. If that is the price of doing the right thing, I don't want to sound pious, but in a world that has lost its mind, I have to cling to my own moral compass and go wherever that may lead me, even if it be to disaster.
I know you've got a flight to catch, so I'll keep this brief.
We've always got time for the Institute family. Nothing's more important to us.
It's about my next module.
And you don't want me to miss my flight? I could talk about that all day.
Yeah?
It's practically bespoke for your needs.
Oh. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Sorry?
The thing is, when I started with the Institute, I didn't tell my fiancé about the fees.
Surely you don't need his permission.
Well, no, not about stuff like that. It's just, well, he's dubious about it all.
Then get him on board. Once he sees the benefits for himself.
I've begged him to look into it. I've told him how life-changing it is, but he just won't do it. Him and my sister think it's all a waste of time, which I've said is absolutely ridiculous. But I did say that I would cancel the next module. I'm really sorry.
Me too. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll refund your payment for the next module, and I'll also give you a full refund on all the courses you've taken so far.
No, Rowan, I can't expect you to do that.
I insist. I'm genuinely touched that you valued our work together and been willing to defend it, so consider this a personal thank you. I'm sorry you can't continue your development with us, and I hope you'll build on what you've learned so far. There really are no hard feelings from our side. Leanne, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Sorry, I thought you'd frozen.
Yeah, well, I would do if I listened to them. Listen, Rowan, forget everything I just said. I don't need a refund. I'm going to do the next module.
Did you get everything you need?
More than I wanted, thanks to the shopkeeper. I've never bought mouthwash in my life until today.
I'm afraid Dev is quite the salesman. Now, Nina's made your bed, and I've some vegetable and lentil broth on the hob upstairs, if that's to your liking.
That sounds lovely, thank you.
Oh, right, good. Well, I'll show you to your quarters.
Lead the way. Oh, I've just got to take this. Hi. Yeah. I'm in. I've got to go.
And you can get to know the women behind some of soap's best-loved characters in brand new reality series Drama Queens, starting next tonight over on ITV-B. Next on ITV1, a tough choice for Professor T.